Right.
But I also think from a business standpoint, it's not a bad decision for Carrie Underwood. 75 million people voted for Trump. Artists tend to skew left-leaning, so she's overnight going to become an icon of MAGA and the American right. She's probably going to make a lot of money off of it, so I get why she did it.
I was hurt. I was a little angry.
Carrie Underwood's performance at Donald Trump's inauguration has ignited a firestorm of controversy, fueled by a bold statement from ABC's The View host Joy Behar. The backlash has reportedly hit Underwood's public ratings hard, leaving her career hanging in the balance. But here's where it gets interesting. Underwood isn't going down easily. She's ready to fight back. And now the burning question remains. Can The View withstand the blow of an $800 million lawsuit from a furious songwriter? Stay tuned because this battle is just getting started.
Right now, I wouldn't do it, even though I can't sing.
You would not sing?
No, I would not. I would not normalize him. And she says, I love our country. How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion? I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon, which I can say now every day.
A lot of my family voted for Trump. They love the country and vote for him. I think that people make these decisions for a lot of reasons.
Okay, fine. And I would not be the person to say don't do it, because I believe in free speech and everything about it. I personally would not.
Behar, the popular host on The View, criticized the singer's move to sing at the event. She said Underwood doesn't love the country and has shown her political stance to everyone. Behar said of Underwood that she doesn't understand how you say you love your country and at the same time normalize a convicted felon who wants to destroy the country. The 82-year-old's harsh statement came a day after the Something Bad hitmaker made her decision to perform at the Inauguration Day ceremony following the Presidential Inaugural Committee's official announcement.
Carrie Underwood is going to sing at
I
at
love
45.
it. 47, brother.
Who would you think would perform there besides a blonde Republican?
The Village people are doing it. The YMCA people, they're actually going to perform. I'm okay with that. Carrie Underwood said that it would be like an honor to sing.
Why is it a shock? Why is it a shock, everyone? Like, who do you think would sing there?
Also, I'm over the outrage. Like, it's okay if someone wants to sing at the inauguration. It's okay if someone likes the president. It's okay if someone doesn't like the president. We got to get over this crazy, like,
it's insane.
Hyper division. You're allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do this.
If the president of the United States asked you to do something,
I'd do it.
Yeah, I don't care if you voted for them or not. Wouldn't you like? If we were asked to perform at the White House, if Biden asked us, we would go. If Trump asked us, we would go.
Well, that's like when Dave did the interview. Remember, everyone here was giving him shit. It was like, dude, he got invited to interview a sitting president. It doesn't matter what your political affiliation is.
Yes.
Go interview the president. That's a bucket list, cool thing to do.
Talking to the press, the Inside Your Heaven songstress has defended her decision to perform for the new administration. She shared that her decision was backed by her love for the country. She was honored to have been asked to sing at the inauguration and to be a small part of this historic event when we must all come together in the spirit of unity.
You know the words, help me out here. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Underwood held the audience spellbound with her incredible singing after overcoming an initial setback due to technical issues. Behar was having none of Underwood's patriotism, claiming she was honoring Trump after he was convicted in his hush money trial in New York. During the recent episode of the left-leaning talk show, Behar continued to criticize Underwood's decision, saying she would not be the person to say don't do it because I believe in free speech and everything about it. I would not do it. No one's asked me, But that's another story. Perhaps surprisingly, Behar received pushback from the entire rest of the reliably liberal panel, including from co-host Goldberg. She even made a slight reference to the controversy of MSNBC co-hosts Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski attempting to make peace with Trump. But at that point, it was too late because the words were already out and had done its damage.
Trump was already president, but it seems like the mood is very different than his first time in, because it's, you know, there's people who are mad that anybody's working with them. There are people who are mad that Carrie Underwood is singing at the inauguration. I don't know if that's an applause for Carrie Underwood. I don't know if that, yes, she's on.
I don't know why everybody's so shocked that a country music star is singing God Bless America at the presidential inauguration. But people have become so fallen in understanding that Donald Trump won and he won again. And that has upset people. The fact that he won the first time made people real angry. The second time, they're even more upset. And now you're not supposed to be able to celebrate. At this point, let normal be normal. Let a country music singer go and sing at the inauguration. That's normal.
Or any singer.
Any singer. If you want to go,
I get it about Donald Trump and the things you don't like him. I don't either. But you can't hold this hostage to every other part of life, would be my view.
Following Behar's controversial statements, Carrie Underwood was faced with harsh online criticism, and fans are divided at the news, with some praising the artist and others condemning her controversial move of performing at Trump's inauguration. Reports have revealed there are tensions within the American Idol camp due to the controversial statements from the TV show, The View, as it signified Underwood's apparent political stance.
Washington Post shared about Carrie Underwood singing at the inauguration, and let's see what the left had to say. They're so loving and tolerant. That's their Aryan princess right there. So when Lady Gaga performed for Biden, you had nothing to say about that because she's white. Carrie puts one of the worst slurs they use against women in country. Here's this one. All I see is the real rock star at Kamala Harris and someone else who's blonde, who I don't know. Quit lying. You know who Carrie Underwood is. The trailer park let her out to attend her Klan meeting. 347 likes for this comment. Oh, this one's disgusting. In the second picture, you can tell Trump is thinking, she looks like my daughter. I'd do her. You guys are vile. Who must be a D-list celebrity? Oh, one of the most successful country pop artists of all time, D-list celebrity. And here's the most liked comment. You can pause to read it. It's just some Karen.
We all know that Idol contestants come from a wide range of diverse backgrounds, and so do the people who work on the show. There are concerns that her apparent political stance might make some contestants feel uncomfortable. The insider also disclosed that there could be tensions between Underwood and another judge, Lionel Richie. He has never and will never support Trump. Lionel Richie is very liberal and may not see eye to eye with Carrie's views, which could create some tension. This news comes as Underwood reportedly faces potential repercussions at Idol, where she is marking her first season as a judge. The show is reportedly in crisis mode following her comeback, especially after Trump's initial actions in office that targeted members of the LGBTQ community. Her association with Trump is at odds with the show's purported values. A source told the U.S. Sun that the singer keeping quiet is an indicator that things didn't go well for her, not how she wanted. Carrie Underwood hasn't said a word since the aftermath of her performance at Donald Trump's inauguration, but an insider says she is frustrated about the event's outcome. She's not pleased with how things turned out after reports of tensions in American Idol, where she is set to start her new role as a judge when the new season begins on March 9th. But there's more.
So the country music star Carrie Underwood just announced that she will be performing at Donald Trump's second inauguration next week and will be performing the song America the Beautiful. So this is definitely one of the biggest stars that Donald Trump has ever attracted to one of his political events. If you remember back in 2017, he struggled to attract any high-profile guests, but Carrie Underwood is now bending the knee, I guess. And the fact that she's performing a song called America the Beautiful while celebrating a man who tried to overturn the last election, who incited an insurrection, and who was arrested for stealing classified documents from the government is the most Orwellian thing I could think of. By the way, her agents at CAA have refused to comment on the news that one of their star clients will be performing at a convicted felon's inauguration, which speaks for itself.
According to recent statistics, the singer, along with other artists who performed at various inauguration events, is witnessing a decline in their streaming numbers. The data revealed that she experienced a significant drop in the percentage of streams. The percentage of streams revealed that the public streams of Underwood's songs decreased on Inauguration Day itself. Her music was streamed 1.46 million times on Monday, January 20th. The figure was a 6% decrease from the previous Monday when her music was streamed 1.55 million times. It's obvious that after the criticism from the previous Tuesday, her ratings took a deep dive.
So it was just announced that Carrie Underwood is going to be performing at Trump's inauguration, and the left is absolutely losing their mind. Let's just look at some of the posts on X I've seen just in the past hour or two. Carrie Underwood is performing at Trump's inauguration, so I'm blocking her on all apps and boycotting all her music. Carrie Underwood is reportedly performing at Donald Trump's inauguration. F her. This is the week Carrie Underwood gets canceled. I love it. Didn't listen to Carrie Underwood anyway. She's a MAGA, so F her. Yes, Carrie Underwood does have a choice to play at German leader's inauguration, and we have a choice to cancel her. Going with this comparison again, because that's worked so well for them. The last one I have for you is this one. Thank you for letting us know, Carrie Underwood. Deleted you from Spotify. I hope you enjoy being an enabler, Project 2025, an ally to Putin, and the demise to our democracy and annexation of other countries. I really don't see why this is a big surprise, because most country singers tend to leave conservative in their views. So I don't think this should be a surprise at all. But just seeing the absolute meltdown from the left is really entertaining.
Also, Nelly, who performed at the inaugural ball that evening, saw a drop in listeners, with his songs decreasing to 1.54 million that day, down from 1.63 million 1 week earlier. A report from Express US shows us that on the next day, both artists saw a slight increase in digital download sales, but neither managed to surpass the 1,000 download mark.
And apparently she's losing all sorts of fan groups. The LGBTQ community in particular, I guess, is very upset about the fact that she's agreed to sing at the inauguration. And she's saying, I love my country. I think this is a great chance to express that love and participate in a moment of unity. Her leftist base is not having it, Amala.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised by this whatsoever. If you have any sort of association with Donald Trump, even if that's just singing at the inauguration, you're going to be cut off by every single left-leaning person who used to be a fan of yours. But really, are we surprised? I mean, just look at Carrie Underwood. Have you guys seen the CMAs? Do you know what's going on in country music? It's pretty typical, I would think, that these people would either be supporters of Donald Trump or love their country so much that they're willing to represent it at the inauguration. And that's exactly what Carrie Underwood has taxed herself with.
The aftermath of Underwood's performance at the inauguration was credited to Behar's harsh statement. The View presenters are trusted and influential liberals, and history indicates that any words from their platform are widely accepted. How has Carrie Underwood reacted to the latest happening? Would she keep still as she has been? Over the years, Underwood has stayed away from taking political standpoints. In 2019, she told The Guardian that she feels like more people are trying to pin her place politically. So, she tries to stay far out of politics if possible, at least in public, because nobody wins. It's crazy. Everybody tries to sum everything up and put a bow on it like it's black and white. And it's not like that. Because of that, Underwood's representative did not immediately respond to a request for comment about the alleged rumor stemming after one of The View hosts, Joy Behar, criticized her for agreeing to perform at Donald Trump's presidential inauguration and called her un-American. In the wake of rising backlash over recent comments, the country singer and songwriter Carrie Underwood is reportedly suing the ABC talk show, The View. These charges against talk shows range from defamation and slander, among others. In support of Carrie's legal action, former host of The View, Elizabeth Hasselbeck pushed back on current co-host Joy Behar labeling country music star Carrie Underwood un-American for agreeing to perform at President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration ceremony. She lambasted Behar's claims about the singer, calling her statements ridiculous. She states, "Gives me a break. Haters. Carrie doesn't deserve this crap because she has a right to sing where she wants and did that, so haters shut your mouths." Furthermore, when artists performed for Kamala Harris's campaign, did you see the Trump and Vance supporters throwing childish and woke tantrums? No. Trump supporters are adults, so they didn't throw any fits or stop listening to artists simply for their personal choices. Hasselbeck hit back at Behar's comments and The View for refusing to put people around their discussion table with a lick of sense most days.
Guest to present our first award,
of the night. The stars of the new movie. What are you doing, Brad?
Oh, I'm definitely not doing this one. Right now, he's probably in his PJs, watching cable news, reaching for his cell phone.
Really?
Right now, he's probably asking Siri, how in the hell do you spell Pocahontas?
Well, here we go.
In the middle of the night, from the privacy of a gold-plated White House toilet seat, he writes, Little Bob Corker, NFL, and Kofi.
Kofi!
Kofefi?
Kofifi?
Kofefi.
Kofifi.
Feffy.
Fifi.
Feffy.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. And it's fun to watch, yeah, that's for sure, till little Rocket Man starts a nuclear war, and then maybe next time
he'll think
before he tweets.
She wants us to believe that Carrie Underwood, who, during the 2017 CMA Awards, and her co-host and fellow country singer Brad Paisley indirectly made fun of Donald Trump by replacing the lyrics of her song, Before He Cheats, with the parody words Before He Tweets, now sides with him. Back then, her mockery was perhaps a dig at Trump's daily viral posts on the social networking site at the time. Also, Carrie, who won American Idol by American votes, who had an album and tour called All American Girl, who has spent more time on USO tours, serving and helping and donating money to our nation's finest, our military, their families, and our veterans, and about to perform America the Beautiful. At the historic event of the inauguration of the President of the United States of America doesn't love the country? Who does that? The former co-host said that Behar's motivation for these comments was nothing more than a selfish publicity gain by attaching her name to Underwood. On whether she was attending President-elect Donald Trump's historic inauguration, Hasselbeck encouraged those who had the opportunity to do so, saying, "It's a historic event. I think if you have the opportunity as an American to be a part of something or near something this great, you should." But it didn't stop there. When the news of the legal action against the talk show got passed around, even Whoopi Goldberg, a co-host on the show, couldn't agree with the outlandish remark of Joy Behar. The View panel had differing opinions as they weighed in on the country singer's announcement that she will perform America the Beautiful before the president-elect assumes office. Co-host Whoopi Goldberg, who is known for her severe criticism of Trump, publicly defended the American Idol star as Joy Behar mercilessly slammed her. Whoopi Goldberg threw her support behind Carrie Underwood as The View co-host Joy Behar criticized the country singer's decision to perform for Donald Trump. However, Goldberg came to the country singer's rescue and threw her support behind her. In Whoopi, I stand behind her, the color purple star said of Underwood. If I believe I have the right to make up my mind to go perform someplace, I believe they have the same right. So I have to support her. It doesn't mean I'm particularly interested in watching. I won't be watching, but that's me.
Now, let's move on because rapper Nelly is standing firm after he faced backlash over his decision to perform at one of Donald Trump's official inauguration balls. Kinsey, look, the left need to get a grip. They're always so perpetually outraged about everything. But what has Nelly said about this criticism?
Yeah, I mean, he's argued that this isn't him making any sort of political statement whatsoever. He also joked that he didn't realize he had to agree with Trump's politics to be able to perform for him during his official swearing in. He said, "I respect the office. You know, it doesn't matter who's in the office. If they can put their life on the line for whoever's in office, I can make sure that I perform for whoever's in office." So I think Nelly's just trying to say, I respect the president, no matter who the president is. And honestly, we all should.
Absolutely. See, if it was for the Democrats, nobody would even bat an eyelid. But in the end, Donald Trump was elected president of the United States. People need to get on with it. Meanwhile, it's happened to singer Carrie Underwood. She's received mixed reactions from people for agreeing to perform at his inauguration. But Kinsey, stars have actually leapt to her defence here. Who?
Yes, so God Bless the USA singer Lee Greenwood said, "It's going to be magic when we perform for Trump." He said, "For those who have something negative to say, I say keep it to yourself. Don't attack a friend of mine." Also, shocker, Whoopi Goldberg, who loathes Donald Trump, actually said, "People do what they do for whatever reason. I stand behind her."
Absolutely. What business is it of the public what people choose to do in their professional careers? Honestly, the perpetually outraged. Thank goodness Donald Trump's coming in. Bye-bye with the perpetually outraged, I say. Kinsey Schofield, good to speak with you. Thanks very much for joining me on the show this evening.
Goldberg compared Underwood's decision to Morning Joe hosts Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski's controversial meeting with Trump after years of publicly slamming him. The 69-year-old argued that the MSNBC hosts did what they needed to do, and I've got to stand behind them. Also, fellow host Sunny Hostin shared that she agreed with Behar yet believed that art is art, and that artists should be able to perform wherever they want. Whoopi and Joy's co-host Alyssa Farah-Griffin also stood behind Carrie Underwood, saying she understood why the singer accepted the invitation as it was beneficial from the business standpoint as Trump had the support of the majority of Americans. She also observed that people who are canceling other people's livelihoods because they don't like their politics are no longer okay. Seeing the pleas from the co-host on the ABC talk show, there hasn't been any press release to show whether Underwood would proceed with her legal action. But the pleas and disclaimer from the co-hosts go a long way in redeeming Underwood's public image. If you like today's video, be sure to check out some of our other videos currently on the screen.